thank you everybody for joining. I'm really excited to speak for you and with you today, just because that is my first Drupal and first CKEditor event, because I just recently joined the company. So this is very exciting event and very special event for me. So with that being said, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Vadim Smirnov. I'm a developer advocate in CKEditor. So my goal is to create content for you folks and speak for you and with you in different shapes and forms, whether it's webinars, whether it's videos, articles, or whatever else. And with that being said, I will pass the word and let my two amazing colleagues to introduce themselves. So folks, Charles, maybe you can start, or Wojtek, whatever works best for you.
Yep. So hello, everyone. I'm Charles. I'm the technical content marketer here at CK. My roles include just creating interesting technical content for our blog and supporting our technical content and other roles. I've been doing Drupal for a little over 15 years, and I just started here at CKEditor about 6 months ago.
Hi, I'm Wojtek Kukowski. I'm software developer at CK Source, and I'm maintaining two modules, CKEditor 5 Premium Features and CKEditor 5 Plugin Pack. I'm working for CK Source for almost 2 years, and my Drupal experience is a little bit more than 10 years. Thanks.
So yeah, it's great to have real legends with me on the call, because I'm not very experienced with Drupal. So whoever on the chat is, if you don't have a lot of experience, I'm with you. I'm new to that, but I'm super excited. But that's the point of this community, because we have people who are less experienced, but also who has insane, enormous amount of experience. And we help each other to grow and become a better versions of ourselves. So let's start. And I would like to... Sorry, technical difficulty. My keys doesn't work. So I would like to start with the agenda itself, what we're going to talk about. We'll start with the CKEditor productivity pack in general, and we will discuss a bunch of features. First of all, case changing. Next on the list is multi-level lists. And right after that, we'll talk about link attributes. Next, AI and CKEditor in general, what you can do with AI and in scope of CKEditor, and we'll talk about templates as a feature. And obviously, we'll have time for a dedicated Q&A session. However, if you have any questions that, something is important for you at this specific moment of time, please share in the chat if it's important and it requires, our attention immediately. We will pause the flow of this event and we will answer this and address this question immediately. If it can wait, we will, keep that question for the Q&A session and we will get back to it. Or we will just, if it's a super simple and fast question, somebody of us, from three of us, will reply you in the chat. So yeah, let's get started. So before we continue and go deeper into the talk itself, I would like to do some kind of background intro for those who are less experienced. So just to make sure that you can use all of these features, make sure that the CKEditor 5 plugin pack is enabled for you. Because without that checkbox, without that being enabled, you cannot really enable the specific features and you're not able to progress. So just to make sure that it's enabled. But I see that the majority of folks have 16, 15, or 20 years of experience. That's probably not needed for you. However, that's from the respect point of view for those who has less experience. So let's talk about case changing. So case changing as a feature, pretty self-explanatory. It's basically says in the name what it does, and you can actually customize it. So it's not just changes the case for the specific sentence in one way. You can exclude specific words from your titles. So this might be handy for specific words, like you can see an example, and stuff like that. Or maybe other specific words that you want to exclude. You can also list those in the input field and separate them by comma, and those will not be affected by the case changing. This is just a screenshot just to show it a little bit larger if the screen is not, if you don't have a large screen and basically you were not able to see it in details. So now it should be a little bit better. And yeah, this is how we do it. Just enter the word and it will be excluded. And now, Wojtek, I believe you can help. Say it once again, Wojtek.
Charles is doing the
Oh,
demo.
yeah. I apologize. Yeah, that's my bad. Charles, yeah. Are you ready to show the demo of how it works?
Sure.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep. Go ahead.
So just out of the box, case changing has a few really cool features. Like here, we just have a simple piece of content in Drupal, and you can notice that the title is all lowercase, and we have a couple options. If we click the case changing button, we can change it to all uppercase, lowercase, or we can do a title case where the first letter of each word is bolded. And you can also do this by holding Shift and then pressing F3 to cycle through each of the cases. This makes things kind of fast, especially if you have one of those days where you start typing in all caps and don't realize it. And you can just simply change everything to lowercase or, your title case or whatever. This is a really cool feature, and I use it a lot in a lot of the stuff that I do.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Yep. I think it was pretty self-explanatory, but just in case you have any questions, any concerns, or something is not clear, always send a message in the chat. I see Luis. Luis, you're really active in the chat. I really love that. Keep that up. All right. So we can get back to the slides, and we can continue. And the next feature I would like to cover is multi-level lists, which is also pretty self-explanatory, but there are some details that needs to be addressed, and Charles will also do a little bit later a demo of how that works. But just again, small recap for those who are less experienced. Just enter the tab Extend, put the CKEditor in the filter, the input of the, and just to make sure that you have less items, locate the multi-level list as a feature and enable it. And once you're done, you're ready to use it. And once you navigate to your settings, you can actually see the plugin being available for you. And there are certain customizations, configurations that you can do. And you can allow the user to reserve an ordered list. You can allow the user to specify the start index of an ordered list. And also you can allow the user to create paragraphs in these items, which is also handy, really nice, really flexible feature.
Yeah, just one mention. Those settings come with the main list plugin, and among them, the starting point is passed also to the multi-level list. So if it is enabled, then editors will be able to change the starting point within the editing, the field edit place.
Yeah, this is a really good point, just because the feature itself, the core of this feature is lists. So multi-level list is like an add-on. It's like a premium, extension of the existing features. So yeah, the customizations and configurations comes from the list, but also affect the multi-level list. That's true, and thank you for pointing that out, Wojtek. And now we can do the demo. Charles, if you're good, just give me a blink twice if you're good.
I'm good.
I saw the blinks. Perfect. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so if you've been using text editors or word processors or anything for any amount of time, you understand what a multi-level list is. But in CKEditor 5, it's one of our premium features. And it allows you to create a list like this, and then you can just highlight the whole list. And, you make a list like this. Highlight the whole list, and then it turns it into a list, and then you can tab over on your sub items. Just click on the line. Oh, that didn't work. And it will move it over, and you can move things over multiple times. So I could cascade things like that if I needed to, or whatever. It's a pretty simple feature, but it's really handy, and it's one of the benefits of one of our licensing subscriptions.
Yeah, Perfect. I appreciate that, Charles. And also, yeah, if you're not sure how to get a license, we can also share a link in the chat. So Wojtek or Charles, if you can drop the link to the licensing, just in case folks are not sure where they can get it or how to get it.
I'll drop that.
Perfect. I really appreciate you. So yeah, while Charles is helping us with the link, we can continue and talk about link attributes. And this is really interesting one because link attributes, we have actually a person here who is Wojtek, who was related to this feature. And this is like a recent addition. This feature available with version 1.2.2. So it's a very recent. And I believe this is the latest edition. I might be wrong, but one of the latest additions. So new, fresh, and straight out of oven feature. So Wojtek, you can start explaining how it works because you know this feature better than me for sure.
Yeah, sure. You can actually switch to my.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So as Vadim said, this feature is recently addition in the plugin pack module, so it's completely free, and this is actually kind of similar to actually already existing module called link class, as far as I remember, which allows to set predefined classes to which can be used with links. So in our module, we allow more than a class attribute. Basically, if someone doesn't use the limit allowed HTML tags and correct faulty HTML filter, then they can define whatever they want. And yeah, for the filter, we have a list of allowed attributes. If in case this is not sufficient, you can guys always put a ticket on Drupal.org issue list. So yeah, we can update the list. And yeah, so we have during the configuration, you will be able to add so-called groups. So a group is a list of few single or few attributes with their values. So like here, you can define button class, just typing attribute name and after pipe the class name. So for the demo, we have two simple things, the button class and modal using Drupal modal API. So in the editor, to edit, they will be displayed as checkboxes under the link URL in the link edit pop-up. So we can add them both. And yeah, we have a nice piece of content displayed in a modal form. So yeah, thanks. That was everything.
Perfect. Yep, I really appreciate you doing that. And just to be sure, folks, you have like some time to ask questions. If not, we're moving on. But like, yeah, if something was not clear, please do ask questions. Please don't hesitate to stop us. We will answer and address every single question that comes our way. However, we can continue. And the next feature we would like to talk about is AI. And we're lucky to have Charles here because Charles is well known as the AI boss in our company. So he has a lot of experience and a lot of cool ways of using it. So Charles would be the perfect person to explain how that works. But before we continue to the demo itself, I would like to tell which providers are supported with CKEditor. So those include OpenAI, Azure OpenAI, and Amazon Bedrock. So this is at the moment of recording this live stream, and if you're watching in recording, in the moment of recording of this video, that might change. But at the moment, we have we support 3 providers, and those are listed on the screen. Yeah, so this is how it looks, the configuration itself. So you specify the provider, you pick one of the available ones. You specify your auth key, and you can get your auth key. Like, it's pretty straightforward. You can find the explanation of how to do that in the documentation of service you're using. For example, OpenAI has a really simple, easy to follow doc, so you can easily understand how to get a license key. If not, contact us and we will help you to do that. You can also specify the model if you have a premium license. So like if you are a premium user of OpenAI, for example, you can specify a specific model like GPT-4o, for example, and you can do a lot of things with specific models, maybe like even better version than if comparing to the default ones. Also, we can specify the request parameters. And this is something that you can find in the OpenAI service docs. You can find there the API, and you can understand what you can actually modify and configure for yourself. So this is the simple one. This is the basic. Obviously, the list of things you can customize is a lot bigger, but this is the small example for you to understand how you can customize and what you can customize. So the max tokens, pretty straightforward what that means. It's just the amount of symbols that will be outputted. Temperature, as related to the OpenAI internal stuff. Top P, and also stream. And if we customize the stream, if we set it to false, you can actually change the behavior of the AI. It's not going to generate the stream. It's going to just generate the block of text and then output it. So it's not going to be the type in effect. It's just throws the generated text as a one item. But obviously, you can do a lot more things, and you can customize all of the things that are available through a specific provider, and you can find the entire list in the documentation. If it's not clear for you, again, reach out. We're happy to help you out. And you can also create custom commands. And I will actually pass the word. I will actually pass the word to Charles, because I believe just screenshot is not informative enough for you to understand how you can customize that and how you can create certain things. So Charles, the floor is yours. So you can start, because I probably took a part of your role. So you can go back and just cover the stuff that is important for you.
Sure. Do you want to share my screen?
Here we go.
There we go. So like Vadim said, I am passionate about AI. I kind of head up a lot of the internal AI initiative stuff here in our company for tools we use, not specifically the AI that you're using here in CKEditor. But I wanted to show you a couple things that you can do really quick with our AI assistant. And again, this is a premium feature. So you would have to have one of our licenses to use this. I shared a link in the chat earlier for a free 30-day trial of our premium features. So just click that link, and if you need any help getting started, like Vadim says, let us know. We'll be happy to help. So the first thing I want to show you is how you can improve your writing in the content. And this is really handy for your content creators or your content managers that just need to edit things quickly or just make things flow better a little quickly. Our AI assistant uses, we employ two different versions. We employ like a encapsulated prompt. So what I'm going to use here is one of our encapsulated prompts to take this block of this little paragraph of text here. And I'm going to use one of our encapsulated prompts. We can choose improve writing, make it shorter, make it longer, simplify language. There's a whole bunch of things we can do. So I'm just going to improve the writing. And you click the button, you give it a second, it spits out what it feels is the better version of the paragraph. And if you want to, you can just click replace, and it'll replace it there for you nice and clean. Another thing you can do really quick is, let's say it's a little too long, we can make it shorter. And it really didn't make it any shorter there, but that's one of the pitfalls of AI. We can even simplify the language and paste it in like that. Another thing we can do is you can write your own prompts, and writing your own prompts is a very powerful tool, but there might be some cases where you don't want to allow your users, your content creators or content managers to write their own prompts that might use too many tokens from your subscription with the AI or something like that. But in this case, we don't have an encapsulated prompt created yet that will let us do what we want to do. So what I want to do is take this table and turn it into a list. So I'm going to select everything in the table, and then I'm going to click the AI assistant button, which just pops up with a little text box for us to write a prompt in. And I'm going to ask this to turn this table into a list with the, I can't type today, of items folded. And there you can see it took the table, created a bullet list, and if we click replace, it's right there in our content. So this is really handy for things where maybe you want to go from a list to a table, or a table to a list, or kind of anything really. One other useful feature is you can use the AI assistant to translate text that you need to translate. So we have a block here in French, and if I click our encapsulated prompts button, you can scroll down, and at the bottom there's a translate section, and you can translate at the moment to a bunch of different languages. We're just going to translate to English. We give it a second, and we click replace, and there's now our French paragraph translated to English. It's important to note that when you're using this feature, just like with all AI, that you verify and vet the output you get from the AI, because AI is not always truthful. Sometimes it hallucinates, and sometimes it just goes off the rails and writes something completely different. It really depends on the AI model you're using and how well refined you have your knowledge base. But yeah, that's it. If there's any questions about this, just drop them in the comments for us, and we'll be happy to answer them for you.
Actually, we have a couple of questions, so I can actually start with the first one. So here you go. It's on the screen. So, nope. Sorry, yep. I'm terrible at picking the right things. So yeah, this is the first question we got was, are you planning to integrate with the Drupal AI project for setup? So yeah, Wojtek?
Yeah, as far as I know, for now it's not in the plans. Either they didn't contact with us, as far as I know, we didn't contact with them. So I will check the initiative. I heard about that, but didn't get into any specifics. But yeah, I suppose we can look into it and check if it is doable from our side.
Perfect. I hope that answers your question, Joseph. If not, please let us know. We'll reiterate on that. The next question is this one, again from Joseph. And how much does the CKEditor cost? So yeah, just to reiterate on that, Joseph means the cost of the license for the premium features.
Yeah, I'm certainly not the best person to answer that, but in general, the easiest answer is it depends, because there are various options for the premium features, various setups. So the best way to get the price is to ask our sales representative, because yeah, the price is basically tailored for the individual needs of the customer. So unfortunately, I cannot give you the easy answer.
And just in case it's unclear how to contact the sales, the link that Charles shared, you can find the contact there, I believe. If this is the page I'm thinking about, there should be, yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah, Charles just shared the link to the demo. Oh, okay. So this is for the demo. Like, yeah, but the link that is above a little bit, the first message from Charles, the free 30 days trial of CKEditor 5, you can, I'm sure you'll find the contact there. If not, please reach out in any way or form you can find us, and we will help you to connect with the right department and the right people. I hope that answers your question. The next one is this one. Awesome addition. What if the request has more tokens than the once allowed? Is it going to show an error or just cut the request?
That's a good question. Actually, I don't exactly know. Me personally, I didn't implement the functionality into CKEditor itself. I was just doing integration into Drupal, and yeah, I didn't thought about testing this, but definitely it will behave same way as CKEditor does it by default. Vadim, I heard that we will have some after webinar blog post, so maybe we could add those answers for the question. Yeah, there after I get more information about that. Sorry to not knowing this right now.
So yeah, we definitely will. Include the answers in any form of content that we will publish. So these are great. First of all, thank you so much, folks, for asking this, because that really, helps us to kind of understand how you use it. What do you think about when implementing or thinking about adding certain features? So thank you. That helps us a lot from the developer experience point of view.
I want to say off the top of my head, just on that last question, I think it does display an error. But
say it once again.
I said I think on that last question, I think that it does display an error if your request is
could be
too big for your token size or whatever.
That might be the case. Yeah, like it's kind of it's pretty straightforward question, but the only way to answer that is actually to try it. So like without actually experimenting, it's kind of a guessing game. So like I totally get that. So the next question is this one. Do the AI prompts only work in English?
I believe not only, as the prompts are sent directly to the AI provider, and AI providers, OpenAI, for example, works with various languages. So I suppose the answer is not only in English.
Perfect. I hope that answers your question. The next one is this one. Is the log of prompts responses some way for an admin to audit how content editors are using it?
No, right now there isn't any log in Drupal. However, this is kind of cool idea. I suppose there are, as far as I remember, there are logs for like failed prompts. But yeah, I guess we have access to each prompt made. So passing it to the logger won't be any problem, I guess. So indeed, I think we can do something like maybe not developer mode, but log mode on, and when this would be enabled, then every prompt would be somehow logged. So that's the cool idea to put into the Drupal.org issue list.
Perfect. I appreciate Wojtek for taking the time to answer the question. So the next one, and sorry for taking the all of the questions, because they are related to AI, and I want folks for you to kind of have the full power on this event, because like you can stop us whenever you want. This is for you. You can adjust the flow. So I think that the AI related questions should come right after the AI segment. So the next one is there an event or API we could hook into when creating a prompt? So if I wanted to add the same domain specific context to every prompt, could I do that?
No, right now there isn't any way to hook into. Yeah, this is also something worth to put into Drupal.org issue list. Yeah, if there is a need for such an option, then yeah, definitely we could add it to the code. For now, like all prompts are defined per text format basis. Actually, I can, after the questions, if we have time, I can show it briefly how it works.
Perfect. Yeah, we definitely have time, and we definitely will show it. However, we will move the rest of the questions for the Q&A session. But for now, we're continuing our story, our whole flow. And the next feature is templates. Wojtek, you're ready to show how templates work, what the possibilities are, and how to use it?
Sure.
Great. The floor is yours.
Yeah, so templates are predefined HTML chunks that can be defined in the premium features configs. This feature is actually free to use within Drupal, but yeah, the configuration is still. Oh no, sorry. If someone is using templates from plugin pack, then they should be available in the plugin pack section. So sorry for the confusion. Yeah, so yeah, for the content templates, we can define the label, of course, some description, and the SVG icon code, which we can preview. This will be displayed, of course, in the editor's selection option, and main part HTML code. So we can also preview it here. And one thing to mention, if the styling is done with style attribute, then it will be, of course, pretty much same as in editor and then content view. But please remember, if you are using the filter that strips HTML, then the style attribute will be stripped out. And instead, if you use classes for styling, then the preview, of course, in the backend theme will be not precisely same as in content. Yes, and you can define which text format should be in which text formats given template should be available, and in the end you can temporarily disable the template. Yeah, and it looks like we have everything for the configuration. And now for the usage templates. Yeah, this is the plugin. And yeah, if you have multiple templates, there is always the search option. And yeah, so here we have list with the SVG icon, the name, and the short description. And just clicking it brings like embeds the HTML provided in the configuration directly into the editor, and yeah, we can see it in source mode that it's exactly what we had in configuration. Yeah, and I guess that's everything. And I think this was the last thing to show. So yeah, so I can I now will show you the configuration for the custom prompts. So no, not here. Sorry. The custom prompts configuration is available through the content authoring and CKE5 premium features. Yeah, AI commands group. So first we have to create some group. It will within a single group that will be possible to define multiple prompts. So you can have multiple groups, and within single group you can have multiple commands, and each group and each command can be set to be available in some particular text formats. And yeah, we can both within a group we can both add new command or edit the existing. So for the demo purposes, I created yeah, simple poem prompt, and it will be available on the very bottom of the AI predefined prompts. So yeah, we can try to create a poem from that. Okay. Yeah, and that's it. Thanks.
Perfect. Really appreciate, Wojtek, you're doing that. And that's it in terms of the features we wanted to talk about. So now we have time for Q&A. So like if you have any questions that we didn't answer, because we addressed a lot of questions that are related to AI, but any question you can think of to other feature, or just, like random or like free conversational questions. So yeah, feel free to ask questions. It's time for you to do that. And we will immediately react to that in the chat. So we have the question actually. Is the AI predefined prompts configuration by language? I can't recall if Drupal allows us to select different editor configurations by language out of the box. Folks, if anyone wants to answer, the floor is yours.
Oh, that's a good question. I guess the predefined, the default CKEditor prompts are like for English. So yeah, I would say it is the default ones are English only. So if you would like to use some predefined prompts for other languages, then I would say they would need to be defined in a way like I showed right previously.
Great. Thank you, Wojtek. So the next one is it possible to reference style sheets and templates?
Yeah, I guess so. It's basically templates basically embeds the HTML. So the question is, I actually cannot remember if it is possible to link style sheets in the body. That would be an essential question. But yeah, it is working in a way that basically the HTML predefined in the configuration is just copied to the editor.
Thank you, Wojtek. The next one is the templates a premium feature? And yeah, the short answer is yes. So
yeah.
Wojtek, if you want to add on top of that, please Go ahead.
The short answer is yes. The templates are part of productivity pack, to be precise. But for Drupal users, the feature is free. It just have to be enabled with the from the plugin pack category in the extend list.
Perfect. I think that explains it and answers this question. So now, next one is, are there specific user role permissions for each feature, independent of the text format?
No, right now, permissions are only set for the collaboration plugins and WProofReader integration has own permissions. Each feature from the plugin pack doesn't have any permissions right now. So if there would be some particular use case for permissions, then I would suggest to create a issue on Drupal.org. But if, for example, if you would like to restrict some users from using, let's say, multi-level lists, then I would suggest to maybe create another text format that wouldn't have this option available. This is like something that you could do right now. But yeah, if there is some use case for having permissions for the given plugin, then please notify us on within an issue on Drupal.org.
Perfect. Thank you so much. The next question is there a way I can assign the AI functionality so it is available for per role? Sorry.
Yeah, it's similar to previous answer. So it's not configurable per role. It's configurable per text format. So if you when you are adding AI plugins to the some text format toolbar, then all roles which will have access to that text format will be able to use AI functionalities.
Perfect. I think that answers that question. If not, please let us know in the comments. And these are all of the questions we have. I just want to ask folks, was it helpful? Was it useful? Did we miss something? Are there any features you would like us to talk next on our next webinar? Is there something that is still unclear or something that you want us to take into account for the future events? Please let us know. And also, we have a couple of minutes left for some extra questions if you just realized you want to ask something. Folks, if you have any words, yeah, we can just talk at the end of the event. Yeah, I can see Charles is sharing the link to the live demo page. Yeah, that basically this is a page with a lot of presets, which with a lot of like use case focused presets, so you can actually understand how you can use it, what's the use case, and what's like the mindset of the product itself, like on a larger scope. So it's really fun to just experiment and see what do you actually need, because CKEditor is such a huge product and we have a lot of plugins, and sometimes people are lost because like you don't really understand what can be useful for you and how you can, you know, like make it your own. So yeah, these demos help a lot to understand it, like, oh, cool, I didn't think about that detail, or I didn't know about this specific plugin or something like that. So definitely go try it out. That's a good one. And yeah, Luis, thank you so much as well. I really appreciate you. It depends on the client, what he, she wants, needs. Very true. Yep. I can totally relate to that and get your point. So yeah, this is true. Yeah, Charles, go ahead.
It's important to note that on our demos pages, not all of these features are available in the Drupal plugin pack. Some things we haven't moved over to Drupal yet, but they're all there to play with and see how you like them.
Yep, good point. Really appreciate you doing that. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out. So yeah, Andrew, thank you as well. I'm really glad you were with us here today. So I think we don't have any more questions, and we are good. So, and we're just running out of time. So it was fun. It was really interesting, and I was really happy to see you all here. My camera is entering the Halloween mode, and it's blinking for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah. It was really fun and interesting to spend time with you folks. So we're definitely going to make a lot more events in the future, and we would love to talk with you more and more and more to understand how to address your issues, how to make the product to work better for you. So let's keep that conversation going. Follow us on socials. We will make a lot of content for you folks, and let's keep the conversation going. So, but for now, I really appreciate you all. It was great spending time with you folks. Until next time, Charles, Wojtek, it's time for you to say words if you want to.
I dropped one more link in the chat. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, about pricing, licensing, anything like that, just send us a message at CKEditor.com/contact, and someone will get back to you, and we'll be happy to help and figure out what editor best fits the role you need.
Yeah, and I can mention that in case of if you have any like feature requests for the Drupal module, our Drupal modules itself, or any problems, bugs found, then don't hesitate to open a ticket on Drupal.org issue list, and yeah, we will try to help. And yeah, thank you all for the meeting.